Ladies and gentlemen, weebs and waifus, welcome to Kyo World here on YouTube, and I'm your host, with the most, man of the hour, too sweet to be sour, Kyo. And in the celebration of Black History Month, today we're going to be looking at my personal top 5 black anime characters of all time. Now, before we jump into the list, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And make sure to let me know what are some black characters you think should be on the list. Now, without further ado, let's jump into this top 5 list. Number 5, Canary from Hunter x Hunter. Now, Canary is an apprentice butler of the Zoldyck family. Anyone attempting to pass her post on the estate will be expelled by force. Now, Canary was born in Meteor City, which is also the hometown of the Phantom Troop, so her existence is not recorded anywhere, so trying to find information on her, pretty much impossible. Now, as an apprentice butler with the Zoldyck family, she's an expert fighter, and she's even able to defeat a hunter with his 100 henchmen within a few minutes and not even breaking a sweat. Canary is very loyal to the Zoldyck family, almost to a T. When we first meet Canary, she's initially introduced as a ruthless guardian who, doesn't hesitate to attack any trespassers, doesn't matter who you are. But, as noted by Gon in the show, she's really not as heartless as she comes off. Sure, she tries to suppress her emotions, but deep down she has a good soul, and it's hard for those emotions to be suppressed the entire time. She starts to gain more affection for Gon and Killua, as Killua was very nice to her from the very start. He even wanted to be friends with her. Now, she did decline the offer, due to the conflict of interest working for the family, but over time you see her hard exterior begin to crack a bit, and that's why she makes the top 5 list. Number 4, Abigail Jones, Great Pretender. Now, Abigail Jones is an athletic woman who is Laurent's second in command and a member of Team Confidence. Her great physical abilities come in part from her childhood ballet training. Her life changed when war broke out in her homeland Iraq, and she carries a dented medal that she won in a ballet competition as a memento of her parents. Now, in the show, Abigail is often cold, blunt, and brutally honest. Sometimes she's even suicidal due to the trauma caused by her being a child soldier in Baghdad. While she acts very coldly towards others, she also shows a bit of a compassionate side as well. She's skilled in combat, acting, and isn't hesitant to do what needs to be done during missions. She's a character has a soft side underneath that rough exterior, and you just want to know what that side of her is like. Number 3, the one and only, Killer B. Killer B is very proud of his own power, and by extension of who he is, regardless of his status and upbringing as a Jinchuriki. Like Naruto, who has great overconfidence at times as well, Killer B can also be cocky and quite stubborn, especially in terms of his own strength. And get this, he even demands that the others call him Lord Jinchuriki, and that his tailed beast be called Lord Eight Tails. Now, we all know Killer B. If you're familiar with the anime Naruto and Naruto Shippuden, Killer B has a very special way of expressing himself through rap, and he often tends to call people Bakayaru, Konoyaru, which means fool ya fool when referring to others during his raps. He will write his rhymes in the middle of a fight, he'll do it during an important meeting, and even if they're no good, which is usually the case, he's still going to use them. Killer B is one of the first black anime characters that I really gravitated towards because I was a huge fan of Naruto, still am to this day. I am even watching Boruto, which a lot of people give flack on. But, I loved Jinchuriki Killer B. He was a great mentor to Naruto during Shippuden for a time, and he just had to make the top 5 list. I mean, it's Killer B. Number 2, Yami Merrick from Yu-Gi-Oh! Now, Dark Merrick, or Yami Merrick for this instance, is Merrick Ishtar's second personality created by his own inner hatred and pain. If you are familiar with the Battle City Finals arc in Yu-Gi-Oh, he was pretty much the main antagonist throughout that arc. And let me just say, as a kid watching that was my first real introduction of a sadistic antagonist in anime. I mean, what he did throughout that Battle City Finals was just ridiculous. Hell, me watching it, I thought if I didn't, mess around and be careful, I was going to be sent to the Shadow Realm. I mean, he was just a man of pure cruelty, wickedness, and the dude was just insane. He cared for no one else but himself. He would not hesitate to use his shadow powers at a moment's notice to banish you to the Shadow Realm and leave you in an eternal darkness. And that is why Merrick just had to be in the top 5. And taking the number 1 spot for my top 5 best black anime characters ever, the one and only Afro Samurai. Now, Afro Samurai is an incredibly talented swordsman whose father was decapitated in front of his own eyes as a child. That traumatic experience caused an innocent little boy to have a mind flustered with revenge, and with that, Afro grew into a cold-blooded killer, willing to kill anyone in his pursuit of the number 1 spot. And as number 2, of course Afro has killed many in defense and revenge for the ultimate goal of avenging his father. Now, Afro Samurai undoubtedly takes the cake for black anime characters. I mean, his cool, calm composure throughout the anime is just something to behold, and he's just a cold-blooded killer like it lists. I mean, he mercilessly just destroys people, and I mean, what's better than just a utter badass who kicks ass first and then asks questions later? And that's what Afro Samurai was all about. Now that's going to do it for Kyo World's top 5 best black anime characters of all time. Thank you so much if you've watched the video to this point, and please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And please comment in the comment section. Let me know who you think should be on the list. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, sayonara.